Hello student, this is Lakshmikant Processor. Welcome to my YouTube channel LPH Tech. Do subscribe to my channel for getting update information and lessons. Today we are going to learn the second lesson of Standard 8 subject History, Europe and India. While studying the period of modern India, we have to study the events happening in Europe during this period of Renaissance. In the history of Europe, the last phase of medieval period, that is 13th to 16th century, is known as the period of Renaissance. Renaissance, there are great reforms in this period. During this period, Reformation, religious reform movement and geographical discoveries laid the foundation of the modern era. Hence, this period is also known as the Age of Renaissance. During this period, the field of art, architecture, philosophy, there was a revival of a Greek and Roman tradition which gave momentum to all overall development. But during the Renaissance, the humanitarian was given the great impetus, that is, human being is important. The art and literature of Renaissance period depict sentiment and emotions of human being. Literature was produced in the local language. During 1415, Johannes Gutenberg from Germany discovered the printing press. Due to this discovery, new ideas, concepts, and knowledge reached to all sections of society. Religious reform. The independent intellectuals attacked the old religious ideologies of Roman Catholic Church. The Christian priests were taking advantage of the ignorance of the people and were indulged in the unnecessary rituals. They looted the people in the name of religion. The movement that began against it is known as religious reform. Geographical discoveries. In 1453 AD, the Ottoman Turks conquered Constantinople, that is Istanbul, which was the capital of Byzantine Empire. The overland trade routes joining Asia and Europe went through the city. Since the Turks blocked this route, there was a need of finding alternative trade route for the European countries to reach Asia. This led a new phase of geographical discoveries. Intellectual revolution in Europe. Intellectual revolution took place in the same period. The society started stepping out of the past ignorance and blind faith. The pre-established customs and tradition came to be seen from the critical view. All these changes are addressed as intellectual revolution, which gave further momentum to scientific discoveries in Europe. Revolution in political sphere. There is great change in politics as well. There is a beginning of modern period in Europe. Many political changes took place due to these various evolutionary events during 18th as well as 19th century. This period is known as Age of Revolution. During this period, there was a development of parliamentary democracy in England. There was a change in the form of cabinet system. The Bill of Rights 1689 laid limitation on the power of kings. The sovereignty of parliament was established. With the discovery of America, the European countries turned their attention towards this continent. The imperialist European countries took control of different regions of America and established their colonies. England established 13 colonies on the east coast of America. Initially, England had nominal domination over these colonies, but later, English Parliament laid oppressive restrictions and taxes on these American colonies. The people in America revolted against it. England declared war to suppress these colonies. American colonies organized the army under the leadership of George Washington and finally won against England. This event is known as American War of Independence. A new nation as the United States of America with a federal government, written constitution based on the principles of democracy was born. French Revolution. In 1789 AD, the people of France revolted against the uncontrolled and unjust monarchy and feudalism and established a republic. This event is known as French Revolution. The French Revolution gave to the world the three values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Industrial Revolution. In the later period of 18th century, there were many technological innovations in Europe. There was production with the help of machines running on steam. The cottage industries were replaced by big factories. Machine came to be used instead of handlooms. Railway and steamer became the mode of transportation. The age of machines began, and that is known as Industrial Revolution. It began in England and then spread in other parts of West. During this period, England enjoyed industrial prosperity and came to be described as world factory. The rise of capitalism. With the discovery of new sea routes, began a new era of trade between Europe and Asia. It was not easy to carry out trade single-handedly, and hence many traders came together and started trade. Thus, there was a rise of many trading companies. Trade with Oriental countries was very profitable and responsible for economic prosperity. Hence, European rulers started giving military protection and trade concession to the trading companies. This led to accumulation of wealth in Europe. Colonialism. Colonialism means one country exploiting another country by making it into a colony. A powerful country, on the basis of economic and military strength, occupies another region and establishes its political supremacy. This is known as colonialism. It led to the rise of imperialism. Our next point, imperialism. Imperialism means a system in which a powerful country controls other countries by establishing its overall domination and establishing many colonies. Many countries from Asian and African continent felt prey to this imperialist aspiration of the European nations. Next, imperialism of British East India Company in India. How this British East India Company exploited India in these terms. The British established British East India Company in 1600 AD to carry out trade in India. This company took permission from Emperor Jahangir and established its factory in Surat. The trade between India and England was carried out through this company. A struggle between English and French. England and France were rivals in the competition for trade in India. Due to this, there were 3 wars fought between them, which are known as Carnatic Wars. In the Third Carnatic War, England finally defeated France. Therefore, now there was no strong European competitor for British East India Company in India. So they got overall control over India. Next, foundation of rule of India Company in Bengal. The Bengal province was one of the most prosperous provinces in India. In 1756 AD, Siraj Ud-Daulah became the Nawab of Bengal. East India Company officers misused the trade concession obtained from Mughal Emperor in Bengal province. The English built fortifications around the factory at Kolkata without the permission of Nawab. Hence, Siraj Ud-Daulah captured the factory at Kolkata. This created the discontent in England. Robert Clive diplomatically bribed Mir Jafar, the commander-in-chief of the Nawab's army, and also promised to make him the Nawab of Bengal. Nawab Siraj Ud-Daulah and British troops met at Plassey in 1757 AD, but under the leadership of Mir Jafar, the Nawab's army made no move to actually join the battle, and hence Siraj Ud-Daulah was easily defeated. Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal with the support of British, but later he started protesting against the British, and hence his son-in-law Mir Qasim was made the Nawab. Mir Qasim tried to put restriction on the illegal trade of British, and hence once again Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. To restrict the activities of British in Bengal, Mir Qasim, Shuja Ud-Daulah, the Nawab of Ayodhya, and Mughal Emperor Shah Alam form an but alliance and ran a campaign. In 1764 AD, the Battle of Buxar was fought in Bihar. After this battle, British East India Company got the right to collect the revenue from Bengal province as per the Treaty of Allahabad. In this manner, the foundation of British rule in India was laid in Bengal. British-Mysore struggle. After the death of Hyder Ali, his son Tipu Sultan became the ruler of Mysore. He tried his best to fight against the British. At the end, Tipu Sultan died in the Battle of Seringapatam in 1799. In this manner, the British took control of the Mysore territory. Next, the British control over India, over Sindh. To strengthen the British power in India, the England turned their attention towards northwest frontier. They feared that Russia might attack India through Afghanistan, and hence the English started establishing their influence over Afghanistan. The route towards Afghanistan went through the Sindh. The British understood the importance of Sindh and hence captured it in 1843. Fall of Sikh power. In the beginning of 19th century, the power in the Punjab was in the hands of Ranjit Singh. After the death of Ranjit Singh, his minor son Dilip Singh came to the throne. On his behalf, his mother Queen Jindan looked after the state affairs but could not keep control over the officers. Taking advantage of this situation, the British bribed some of the Sikh Sardars. The Sikh community thought that the British will attack Punjab and hence they launched an attack on the British. There was an Anglo-Sikh war, first and second, but in second Anglo-Sikh war, which was fought in 1849, the British finally captured the entire region of Punjab and Sikh power